I have the ability for whatever reason to live in the shoes of my customer. And I think that, through everything in my life, I'm always thinking about the other person and how I come across to them and impact them and what I could do to make their life better.
In other words, you don't count the cost, huh?
No. And in this particular case, there was, instead of looking at what I could take for this for myself, what I looked at was how do I produce something of incredible value that a larger audience can afford, that we can share with people that are normally only, can reach as far as buying a, plywood instrument or, just a, I don't like the word inferior made, but, from the category where it doesn't have the same features and specs and quality and craftsmanship. And that's really what we were able to produce here is a world-class instrument for everyday guy who's looking to better himself. So this is a great question that you came up with, and I don't know of a better analogy than this. I also manufacture high-end guitars as well, and of course our instruments are high-end, but we do have a design studio, and we produce instruments that range from $4,000 to $8,000, spectacular instruments. But when you talk about the value proposition that we're offering through manufacturing in Vietnam, it's one of these instruments or any 4 guitars in our entire lineup. And to prove that point, we ship in 4-packs, and we have customers that buy in quantities of 4. We achieve efficiencies in the freight, but the point being is you can have 4 world-class instruments versus.
So basically, what do you get for $1,000? What's out there for $1,000, and what can Baden do for $1,000?
Our starting point is $8.99, which is our internet price, which is it's a price point I never thought we'd be able to achieve, but we have done that. So what you're going to find at our starting points is you can go into a marquee brand and buy their Baby or 1 Series or I think the D Series Martin, where what's happening is you're getting a technology-based product. So it's kind of mass-produced, tone-wise. I mean, they're good instruments, but you're buying at the bottom of their lineup. And with us, we don't have a bottom of the lineup. We have a price point based on materials, and we run between $8.99 and $16.99. And what you're paying for is the difference in materials. The build's the same all the way through. The features, are going to be relevant to the price point, but again, they're fully spec'd out instruments.
It's almost like if you can only produce so many, you're going to have to raise that price and make it a more because we'll be fighting for them. Once you start using it, it's going to get more expensive as you go on.
I'll tell you a pretty cool story. The early adopters are really going to win in this scenario because through the past 3 or 4 years, we started out by building a traditional brand and doing all the traditional spend of trade shows, print, and our guitars were a lot more expensive. And over a 4-year period, a lot of lessons learned. And one is that the world's changed, that social media is the marketplace now, and that the beauty of that technology is that you can cost effectively reach a small audience and then keep that audience informed. And so with that awareness, we changed all our strategies. We also changed our business model to where we don't carry any overhead in the U.S. anymore. So in a partnership with UPS, we now maintain our inventory at the warehouse, and then we fly it in 3 to 5 day air, direct to consumer in the U.S. So all those steps enable us to hit a lower price point and enable consumers who are having a hard time to be able to continue consuming, because it's a very important part of our life. We get up and we go to a job that maybe we don't necessarily like or we're burned out doing, but the one thing you'll find about guitar players is they're all on that hunt to get the next fix for this product that makes their life better. And our new business model caters to that.
If I want to buy a guitar, what do I do on the internet?